In today's video, I take you on a landscape photography adventure to visit an ancient Scottish castle where I make a catalogue of amateur mistakes so that you don't have to. And Roy has a lot to say.
Oh, go on, try it.
No, I don't need to.
Book here. Oh, that's not very professional, is it?
But before we get into that, I've had a cancellation on my Canadian Rockies photography workshop coming up this September, which might be my very last workshop in the Canadian Rockies. So if you fancy joining us at the most beautiful time of the year, there's a link in the description below. All right, let's get into this video where Amanda cannot be trusted. The journey begins with a ferry ride on the way to see a castle with a quick stop at this Olde-worlde bridge.
And Roy spotted this gorgeous little bridge. And at first I was like, it's probably not going to be that good, is it, Roy? But I've got to admit, it's pretty good.
Well, like I told you, I have an eye for composition.
Maybe you can give me some tips?
Right. We haven't got too much of a reflection of the bridge either, which is a bit sad. But where this little promontory comes in and that bit sticks out, I think this is the ideal location. If you move back a bit, it's not as good. I've taken one back there and decided to come up here, and I think this is even better, so I've got two shots here.
You can guess which lens I left back at the B&B, can't you?
Go on.
That 135mm, which would have been perfect for this, so I'm a bit annoyed with myself.
135mm?
Yeah, that prime.
What? Why 135mm? Let's see what this was.
I think you probably need to be in at about 70. But remember, I'm shooting medium format, not...
No, I prefer it a bit wider than that.
All right.
I mean, have a look yourself.
No, you're all right. I don't need to look at what's going on with that bridge camera there.
It's all right as this bridge camera. I'm photographing a bridge, aren't I?
Well, it's an antique, photographing an antique.
An antique bridge, yeah.
Right, I'm going to see if I can frame something up.
Okay.
So I found a composition pretty quick, but would it meet Roy's standards?
Right, Roy, so I've framed up a nice little pano X-pan composition here. Let me see what you think to this. So you've got the bridge there in the centre of the frame.
Yeah.
And then I love this journey that it takes with all of this little water.
Yes.
And then these rocks here. So it's a little bit offset to the left, but I like that balance because you've got this lovely tree. And all, are these rhododendrons down here? All this
Yes,
stuff?
they are.
Those are your rhodos, whatever you call them.
Rhododendron.
And then we've got this fella fishing over
I've
here.
got him in as well.
So I think what I'll do, I mean, I like the raindrops, but I think I'm going to blur the water a bit more just to get it nice and smooth and put a 10 stop on. So
Right.
do you approve of that composition, Roy?
Yeah, I just think, perhaps, I know it's a wide one, but it'd still be a pan if you took a bit off there and a bit off there as well.
Well, I can always do that afterwards, you see.
Oh, I
That's the
suppose
beauty.
Post, you say, don't you?
In post, Roy, in post. Anyway, if this shot turns out to be any good, here's a shot.
Well, it wasn't a bad first shot of the day. I'd love to see this on a misty morning in the autumn, but this wasn't what we were here for. We were in search of an old Scottish castle.
So I've shown them my shot, Roy. Do you want to show them the shot that you got from your 2 megapixel bridge camera?
Right.
So this is Roy's composition. Not bad actually. Kind of like that. Might just steal that. All right, should we go and have a look at this castle that you want to show me?
Yes, yeah.
So it was back to the rental car. Thanks for the free upgrade, by the way. Stashed the tripod and the camera bag, and we were off to see a castle, one of the many joys of historic Scotland.
Right, Roy, that's pretty cool. What do you think?
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
How old do you think that one is?
800 years.
800 years?
I think so.
Oh, I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to get up there. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of walk around the foot of it and try and get some nice compositions from the ground. But I reckon if I get the drone up in the air, it'll be absolutely fantastic, especially with a little bit of moody clouds. It's just starting to rain now. What do you think, Roy?
So what are you saying, Gavin? You're striding out, lad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look.
Right, I'll try and keep up.
I was getting all excited there as I was planning on just walking right across this little sandbar to the castle, but the tide's come in and cut us off. I mean, all right, I'd only get my feet wet up to my ankles, but the pong that my boots make when they've been soaked in the ocean, it doesn't bear thinking about. Put it this way, I could clear a restaurant in 30 seconds. All right, so I just checked the tide guide, and apparently it was high tide an hour ago. So this has now receded for an hour. So we'll wait a little bit. I mean, I could always get down low and get a reflexion shot, but it's too far away for that to work. It's just a small square. I want to get up close to it, shoot it from all different angles and get some of these moody clouds that you can see behind me and those layers of hills and mountains in the distance. Get some of that behind it. That's what I want. And I think I might get it. As long as that tide goes out.
So I began the wait for the tide to recede, but Amanda and Mother decided to bail due to rain and bastard midges.
They've gone back to the car, Roy, because they don't like midges.
Midges?
There's midges.
Yeah.
They're amassing right now.
Right, well, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm here to shoot this castle, so I've got to wait out the tide.
Right. A martyr for your art and your profession, yeah. Right, good. There's a nice shot. And you say you've got 55 as maximum length you've got at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, just have a little walk over here with me and have a look at this.
Do I need to bring my camera bag or?
Well, if you think it's worthwhile, then...
Yeah. That would work.
Yeah.
If I had a longer lens.
Wouldn't 55 do it?
55 would be all right.
Try it.
No, it'd be all right. Maybe I won't bother.
Oh, go on, try it.
No, you're all right. I don't need to.
Come on. I brought you down here to have a look. I like this. The way it sweeps in. It's a nice composition, is that?
Yeah, but the light's atrocious and the water's all rippled up. I don't need to try it, Roy. But thanks for the idea.
All right, then. Have it your own way. Book here. Come on, we're getting wet.
Well, are you quitting then?
No, I'll stay. If you're staying, I'll stay. You might learn something from me if I stay with you.
All right. I'm sure I will.
It was time to go on the search for some other viewpoints.
Well, we spotted this trail that just disappears up into the bush here. Look at this. Just goes up real steep. It's quite the climb. But I'm wondering if that would give me a higher elevation and I'd be looking down. Actually, that's a trail there, Roy. I'm gonna go and investigate, because you know, if I can get up high and look down, I might not need the drone. I might be able to use my actual camera, but I don't have that telephoto lens. The one lens I left back at the B&B. Typical. I might have to borrow your bridge camera, Roy. Have you got a polarizer for it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's even got a CPL. Bloody hell. All right, I'll be as quick as I can, Roy. Can you keep an eye on my camera bag? I've just left it down by that tree. Thanks. Right, let's see what we can see. Well, look at this. It's a gorgeous little forest with all the rhododendrons. So much colour, so lush. That's Scotland in the summer for you. Look at this.
If you've never been to Scotland before, I've got to tell you, there are times when you feel like you're in a fairy tale.
I really wish I had smell-o-vision, because the smell of this forest at this time of year in the rain, oh, it's just absolutely fantastic. Completely different smell to what you would get in the mountainous forests of Canada where I live. It's just a kind of earthy, mossy smell. It's just fantastic. It's food for the soul. Oh, look at all this. You know, this might actually be a shot here. Bit messy, but some beautiful elements. Especially if I get low. Oh, my knees. Look at all this. Got this lovely tree here. These rhododendrons in the foreground. The castle in the background, and this beautiful tree here on the left. That might make a nice X-pan shot, but the only problem with that is the castle is just going to be so small. So that may be a possible shot, but I'll keep going, see what else there is. Oh, look at this business.
Well, I'd come to photograph the castle, but I was quickly falling in love with the forest. If only I hadn't left my camera bag at the bottom of the trail with Roy. Ah, great.
Alright, I've decided to turn around because I was just getting further and further away from the castle and lower down, which is not what I want. I want elevation. So I'm going to head back and maybe have a look at one of those sketchy climbs that splinters off from the main trail. But didn't bring my gloves. Always nice to have gloves for whenever you're scrambling. But we'll have a look at it anyway, see what we can find.
As I began to go back from whence I'd come, I thought I spotted somebody walking their dog on the island with the castle.
I've just seen somebody walk across the sandbar, so it looks as if the tide has now gone out sufficient that I can get across there. So maybe I'll abandon this, but I don't know, it's nice to have these ideas in my back pocket. I kind of like this view as well. Look at this. Just nudge this down a bit. You've got this roadie here, and then this little tree leaning in. It's just a little bit messy with all this stuff. I'd like it a little bit cleaner than that, but not bad little ideas. Now that I can get across there, maybe I'll abandon my idea of climbing up this sketchy trail. I don't need another broken leg. Once was enough. Are you getting assaulted by midges, Roy?
Oh gosh, I'm being eaten alive.
Do you want my midge shield? I'll sacrifice my own skin, Roy, for your comfort.
Very generous.
It's very generous of me, isn't it, that?
It is indeed,
Yeah.
Looking after the old fella.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am.
Well, he wasn't too impressed when he realised you can barely see a thing through this midge net.
Oh, there you are.
How's that?
Well, so long as there's none inside with me, I'll be all right.
Yeah, if any get in, well, you've got to squish them.
I think they're trying to drive us Yorkshire folk out of Scotland.
Well, you know.
They don't eat Scots people, you know.
No, it's just Yorkshire people.
Yeah.
Now, this is the weather I envisage when I come to Scotland. I mean, this is pretty typical of Scotland. But for the last 5 days, it's been pure, clear blue skies, which it's nice to sit in the sun and enjoy life here in Scotland. But it's no good for pictures. So I really haven't got that many shots over the last, 5-6 days. But today, I've finally got the conditions that I want. And this tide has now gone out. There you go, look at that. And get straight across. So all I've got to do now is just try and find a composition up amidst the ruins of this beautiful castle.
So I walked all around the castle to try and find an inspiring angle to take it all in.
Well, I really like that composition that you just saw in that clip right behind me. The castle looks so imposing and impressive, and a really nice tree there just offset from the side of it. So that works even really close, but I'm just going to go out onto these rocks a little bit because these are some nice little bits of foreground with all this lichen. Subscribe. Like and subscribe. Yeah, so I'll just go and see what that looks like down there. See if I can frame up an even better shot. But so far, so good.
I actually don't mind the rain, if only I'd remembered one piece of gear.
Do you know what I forgot? I forgot me brolly for the camera. I didn't go back to the car, and if I'd have done that, I could have come back with my midge net. Oh, what a knob. Oh well, I'm here now. Let's see if I can get the shot. Oh, these rocks are sketchy. Now I'm trying to save myself because in 2 days I am going for an absolute monster hike with this guy called Thomas Heaton. Never heard of him before, but anyway, we're going to go up for this major hike up in the very north of Scotland. Ooh, look at that business. That's nice, isn't it? all this rock. And I do not want to have any kind of a slip now that would scupper my chances, because I've wanted to go on that hike for years. So, ow, just sprained my ankle. I'll delete this bit.
But sometimes when you get to the spot that you were looking for, it looks complete shite.
Alright, so I've risked life and limb to get over to this spot and I hate it. And the reason for that is, I'm not even going to show you the back of the camera, but basically if you look over here, almost 50% of the bottom half of my frame is just this big slab, this giant rock here. And that would work if there were some leading lines that point you towards the castle there, but it's just a barrier. So you look into the composition, immediately hit that giant mass and go no further. So I wasted my time. So I think what I'm going to do is go onto that rock and shoot from there. And the reason why I wanted to come over here is because of all this stuff. I wanted to use this as foreground, which would have worked great, but the problem is if I go over there, this tree then blocks the castle, and I want that tree to just sit in its own little space without interrupting the castle, so I can't go over there. So I'm gonna have to get on that big rock, probably right in the middle of it, and try and find something to put in my foreground there. I think that'll work. So I'll risk life and limb going back where I already was. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you though, composition hunting is my absolute favourite thing to do, so I was pretty much in heaven.
So I spotted this tiny little puddle here, I don't know if you could see that, and I hoped maybe I could make a reflection out of it, but it's just too small. Well, wouldn't that be fantastic if I had a flat spot here, a little pool and a reflection of that in that pool surrounded by all this rock and lichen? That would be fantastic, but that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to still stay low though, because I don't want to see all of that shaly, scrubby beach. So I want to simplify the composition and get nice and low, which is great for my knees after that hike I did the other night. But anyway, I think I can find something with all these cracks in this rock and all of this lichen with that in the backdrop. So give me a minute and I might have it. All right, so I think I've got a comp here. It's a compromise, but I'll show you what I'm dealing with. So you can clearly see the castle just slightly off center, and the reason why I haven't made it completely in the middle is because of these two trees here, which makes me kind of feel like I ought to just push it completely off center. But let's try that. Oh, that actually works quite well. Actually, I kind of like that. So I think I'll keep that, clamp that down, take my shot.
But then disaster struck, and it didn't look like I would be shooting anything on this beautiful rainy day.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, just put another battery in, Gavin. And I would if I hadn't left both of them at the Airbnb. So whole day was for nothing. Oh, that's great. You know, it's times like this that the only thing that can keep me holding it together is to read a copy of Stories Within Stories by Gavin Hardcastle. Some say it's the best landscape photography photo book ever written. I don't know about that, but what I do know is that there's a link in the description below. You can purchase your own signed copy. Needless to say, the next book won't have this picture in it. Well, not from right now anyway. It's alright though, isn't it? It's alright. It's just a full day gone.
But all was not lost. I still had my crappy camera phone, and with a quick sky replacement, I actually had a half decent shot. But whatever you do, don't tell Roy that I did a sky replacement, and I might have pasted in a few crows as well. They wouldn't approve.
Did you get a good shot?
I didn't really get the shot that I wanted.
Why not?
The battery went flat.
No.
Don't tell Roy though, because he'll just make fun of me.
I won't.
Yeah, promise.
Yeah, I promise. I won't.
Anyway, we'll drive back and maybe grab some dinner on the way home, eh?
Yeah, sounds good. I like eating here.
You do, don't you? I've noticed.
I've only gained 8 pounds so far.
Really?
I think so,
I
at
think
least.
I've gained 15.
Really?
In 7 days. Guinness is to blame.
You've only had one Guinness.
it's the shortbread as well, and the Bakewell tart,
And the shortbread.
and the scones. But I'm blaming the Guinness.
Okay.
Right, everybody ready for a bit of dinner?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, yeah. Did you manage to get any good shots then, Gavin?
Yeah, I got a really good shot
No, you didn't. You said your battery went flat.
with my phone.
Didn't you have a spare with you?
Well, I left them both at the Airbnb.
Well, that's not very professional, is it?
No, not really.
So, a bit of a waste of time then.
A lot of a waste of time, Roy. An entire day wasted.
Okay then, do you want to borrow my bridge camera?
I'd got a shot with my phone, you know, so it's probably better than that bridge camera.
Phone?
Yeah,
Better than a bridge camera?
yeah, probably.
Ah, the perfect way to finish the day. And I did manage to go back for another visit with the Sky camera. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters shown here. You really do make it possible for me to keep this channel going. And if anyone's interested in my monthly critique sessions on Patreon, there's a link in the description if you're interested. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.